Has the kryptonite of the Republican Party finally been found? All that and more now on Graph's Grievances. Voters in Ohio overwhelmingly rejecting a move by Republicans to make it harder to amend the state's constitution in a major win for abortion rights advocates. Come this fall, Ohioans will vote on a separate ballot measure to enshrine abortion rights into their state's constitution. In an effort to thwart such an amendment from passing, Ohio's Republican-dominated legislature concocted a plan to hold an extremely rare August election to raise the threshold of support for adding amendments to the state's constitution. Instead of just a simple majority of the vote, amendments to the state's constitution would now have had to have the approval of 60% of voters. But Ohioans, who have increasingly voted Republican in recent years, were not buying it. Over 3 million of them turning out in the dog days of summer to vote in an off-year election, and forcefully rejecting the cynical Republican effort 57% to 43%. The measure's defeat giving abortion rights supporters an easier path to victory as they seek to combat some of the strictest abortion restrictions in America. Back in 2019, Ohio's Republican legislature banned the medical procedure as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy, before many women even know they are pregnant, without exceptions for rape or incest. The amendment on the ballot in Ohio this fall would upend this onerous ban and give women legal control over their reproductive decisions and prevent the state from regulating most abortions. Since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and the constitutional right to an abortion last summer, 6 states have held elections with abortion rights on the ballot. In every election in every state, abortion rights supporters have won, including in the deep red states of Kansas, Kentucky, and Montana. Abortion rights supporters also winning in the purple state of Michigan and the blue states of California and Vermont. And there is increasing evidence that when abortion rights are on the ballot, Democrats benefit. KKF finding the overturning of Roe significantly helped Democrats in the midterms by disproportionately motivating Democratic voters, first-time voters, younger voters, and women under the age of 50. As for Republican voters, it turns out that while they might personally be against abortion, they don't want the state to tell women what they can and cannot do with their own bodies. Just look at Kansas, a state that voted for Trump by over 15 points in 2020. Last year, 59% of Kansans voted to preserve abortion rights protections in the state. And in Montana, where Trump defeated Biden by over 16 points, voters there rejecting a so-called Born Alive ballot measure last year. And finally, in the deep, deep red state of Kentucky, where Trump crushed Biden by over 24 points, voters also rejecting an anti-abortion measure last year. The message is overwhelmingly clear. Americans across the ideological spectrum want women to have bodily autonomy, and abortion remains a major liability for Republican candidates. Come November of 2024, expect abortion rights to be on the ballot in states across the country, with efforts now brewing in Arizona, Florida, Missouri, Nevada, and South Dakota. Even a slight increase in support for Democrats in any one of these states as a result of abortion being on the ballot could have a major impact on not only who wins the presidential election, but also control of the House and Senate. Thanks for watching Graph's Grievances. Let me know what you think and please subscribe.